Bonsoir, vous êtes le bienvenu sur eNCA. This is South Africa Tonight Sports. The local football season is back in full swing following the World Cup in Qatar. Supersport United have made big progress since the return of Gavin Hunt. Matsatsansa Apitori are second on the table behind runaway leaders Mamelodi Sundowns, but that does not detract them from the positive Supersport United have had this season. We're delighted to be joined by Gavin Hunt via Zoom tonight for more on this. Good evening, Coach Hunt. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us. You and Supersport United seems to be a combination that works. Why is that?
Well, I don't know. It's a very different team from when I was there first time. We've got a much younger crop of players, and we're just trying to build, obviously, as we go along and try and improve day by day, and just take it one game at a time. But there's still a long, long way to go. But I think there's a lot we can do, and we're not even looking at the league table. We're just trying to improve on our performances, and hopefully results will improve as we go along.
Coach Gavin, you've spoken about the challenges of building the current Supersport United squad. Are you surprised at how high you are in the league table?
I don't really concern myself with the league table at this point in time. I think it's about trying to get as many points as we can, and try and achieve what we want to achieve by bringing these younger players in and trying to build a team that's sustainable, for years to come, and trying to people underneath that are ready to come in and step in, and that's pretty much the plan, going forward. Obviously, we want to be certainly much more competitive than we are, and I think we can be, and there's still a big room for improvement. But in football and sport at a high level, sometimes it takes a little bit more time.
Yes, Coach, your next game is a Tshwane derby against a rampant Mamelodi Sundowns. Your team beat them earlier in the season. Does this derby aspect of the match help level the playing field against Sundowns?
Not really. I mean, they pretty much run away with it at the moment, and they have done with the last few years. And they built a fantastic football club there. They got huge strength in depth, and that's something that we got to try and build. We'll never get the same strength in depth, but certainly, ability-wise and playing-wise, we have to improve, and it's going to be a very tough game for us, and we're looking forward to the game on Monday, and we'll see what happens.
Coach, having said that, much has been made of Sundowns' dominance locally. What do you think Supersport United and indeed other clubs need to do to make the league more competitive?
It's very simple, but I don't think this is the program to talk about that. It's very simple, but look, as I said, I think it's important we just concentrate on our own club and our own team and our youth development, and we're trying to go a different route, or we have to go a different route for various reasons, and we're going to try and do that, and see how competitive we can be in years to come, and hopefully I can leave a good platform, one day when you leave.
I mean, Coach, you're currently second on the log, as I mentioned at the top of our interview. Do you have any ambitions of competing on the African continent because you're currently the top two?
Yeah. That's the most important thing for me. I mean, if I'm going to be selfish personally, but I think for the club as well, I think it's important we get back into that space and try and compete in Africa. I was there a year and a half ago, and certainly got to the semi-final of the Champions League, which is something which is unheard of, and I want to get back in that space again. But you have to do well domestically first, and I think with our team at the moment, we need to concentrate on being domestically good and getting back again where the club used to be.
Coach, having said that, what more do you feel that you need to achieve, especially on your wish list regarding the local game in South Africa?
Well, I mean, to be competitive as always. Obviously, to stay relevant to the game. As we all know, the youth of the younger generation are changing. We have to stay with the times. Things are very, very different from when I first started 20-odd years ago as a coach, 25, 26 years ago. So things have changed, and they change on a daily basis. I mean, social media and all these things play a big part now. So the most important thing is for a coach to stay relevant to what's going on and being up to date with the modern trends. Not forgetting that good old-fashioned hard work always wins at the end of the day.
All right, in closing, Coach, the problems in the local game, going right down to grassroots structures, are well documented. What positives can we look to as a country as we look in order to move the sport forward?
Well, we got to find a way that's going to suit the way to play the game. I think we've gone totally away from that in South Africa, and that's why we're struggling at national team level. I think we need to get back to what made us good as a nation, as a footballing nation, and we were coming along very, very nicely through the 90s, and then all of a sudden we fell right off because we've changed the way we want to play. And I believe the way we were playing is the wrong way, but I mean, that's just my opinion, and I think we need to educate coaches on playing the right way and not doing the wrong things, which I see on a daily basis. So we need to improve and get more coach education without education at coaching level, we got no chance with our football. And we need to get our coaches more educated on a way of playing that's going to be sustainable and that's going to be can produce winning teams.
Gavin Hunt, thank you very much for your time. We have run out of time. That is Supersport United coach. All the best for the second half of the DStv Premiership. Supersport United enjoying sitting in second place. They've had good success. 15 games into the first half of the local league. All right, that's all the sports news I have for you at the moment. Sally returns top of the hour with South Africa tonight.